Hey guys, MCU Collector here with another figure review. Next up is the Hasbro G.I. Joe Classified Series, number 34 in the mainline regular release. This is the Alley Viper, part of the newest wave with the Cobra, b.a.t, and repacked Gung Ho. I got lucky and found this at Walmart. I found b.a.t one morning at Walmart, and then the next morning at the same Walmart, I found Alley Viper. So I'm extremely happy to have these, squeaking this into 2021 before the end of the year. And on Facebook, people have posted that that Dorkside has processed and shipped out the newest wave with Storm Shadow in Spirit and the Cobra Officer. So crazy times for G.I. Joe collectors. Finally some more figures after all the Snake Eyes movie figures have been really warming up the pegs everywhere. We get some new stuff. So Alley Viper looking very cool. You can see number 34. There are the different insignias for the Alley Viper. You can see he's loaded with accessories. No alternate heads or anything like that, but there are some options when it comes to a visor piece. Here the side artwork looking very cool, and this is the artwork of Tom Whalen, I believe, who does a lot of the all of the Power Rangers Lightning collection packaging, so that is really cool. Same artwork on the back, still no Cobra b.a.t added to the artwork, but we have everything. Alley Vipers were the final one to be represented on the back artwork to come out, so it's about time. So there it is. Let's get this thing out of the box. Okay, so here is the Alley Viper out of the package. Usually I would have like all the weapons and everything stored on there to kind of go through it all, but there is just way too much stuff to pull out as we kind of go along. So I wanted to kind of showcase it first before we get into it and take a closer look. But this guy has all kinds of stuff. The Alley Viper is a troop builder. So first we get this shield here with the orange and blue. It's sculpted quite nicely, large Cobra logo there. But check this out on the inside. I did not know this was going to be like this. So look, you can actually swivel that around as needed for depending on how you want to hold the shield. So that is pretty awesome. You can loop the arms around in there, or you can hold on to the straps. But we get this cool little radar visual screen there. That is pretty awesome. I did not see that coming. Did not know that was going to be in there. Did not know that was part of it. So really cool to see that. So that's one thing. That's the shield. We get this flip down visor. This is a separate piece. So out of the package, it actually came off. You can remove it if you would like. As you can see, there's these little pegs there. Peg holes here on the side. So you can put that visor on there. And that kind of has like a Cobra-esque logo on there. Not quite the snake form, but kind of the shape of it. And then you can just kind of flip it over here. It's done in a brittle feeling plastic, so you want to be careful, but it just goes onto the pegs. It slips on nicely, and you could swivel it up and down. Next we have a backpack piece here. Whoops. So the backpacks don't usually get paint, so same thing with this one. It's all done in black. This one really reminds me of a Proton Pack though, doesn't it? Ghostbusters Proton Pack. But anyway, there's some grenades in there. We get a Cobra logo there. So not a whole lot going on there. It looks like we might get some weapon storage with this. Possibly. I don't know. Probably not. If anything, you could do that, where you could put right here in the trigger of this rifle here. You can actually, I guess, do that. I'm assuming that it wasn't really made for that, but that's something that you could do if you wanted to. But a lot of the storage is going to happen with the figure on the knives and stuff, but not every gun. So there's the backpack. We get this rifle here, which is pretty cool. We actually do have a peg right at the end there, so I don't know if maybe like a Marvel Legends smoke effect piece or something might fit in there. We have a scope, little hook there, so that just looks really nice. Nicely done there. Let's brighten this up a little bit for you guys to see. That one looks really good. We get this crossbow piece here. Not a whole lot going on with this. This actually seems a little odd. It looks like, how would you even use this without a crossbow? Well, this is gonna go, does this peg into something? Not really. Oh yeah. No. Not really. So I have to, how does this, that's odd. I'm gonna have to figure that out. That one's kind of weird. Here we have this other like assault rifle type of thing. If you guys, will know more about weaponry than me, let me know if these are actually real, if there's any specific names to them, but they're sculpted extremely well and actually realistic looking. So that is really cool. It looks like an additional magazine there. It looks like it's probably glued in because that doesn't want to come out. It feels a little loose. I don't know if I'm breaking the glue to pull that out, but that magazine does come out. Oh, it clips right back in. So that, yes, that is something that you can remove. So that is really cool there. Actually, because if you look, these magazine clips look the exact same. So we have this other rifle here. This one looks to have a little bit of a larger barrel. Again, very realistic looking. It looks great. That magazine does remove there. So nice touch there. We get this handgun here. And then we get two knives. These are the same knives, and you can store these on the figure, which is really cool. But this one is really throwing me off. I am trying to understand. It doesn't clip onto the backpack or anything, so I will have to figure this out. But if you guys know, let me know in the comments below. Hopefully I'll figure it out by the end of this review. Okay, got it. It's actually shotgun, not rifle like I was calling it, but bam, it does peg into there. Only about that far, so then you can have like a crossbow shotgun type of deal going. I don't know if those holes there, those hooks, if they're supposed to be like if you put string in there and you can kind of do it, but you know, that is an option there. But yeah, really cool. So in all we have 1, 2, 3, 4 weapons, 4 guns that he comes with, the 2 knives, that's 6, the crossbow piece, that's 7, and the shield, 8. That is, and the backpack, 9 additional accessories for the Alley Viper. That is crazy. But now let's get a better look at the figure. Okay, so here is a look at the Alley Viper. So here is with that visor face shield plate up, and here down is how he looks. I prefer it up, definitely, or even removed, which I will do for the rest of the review. So, I mean, yeah, the pegs stick out on the side, but not that big of a deal. Very cool with the shield, the way that it works. So the engineering of it, it has that swivel effect, so you can move around the shield and position it as needed. So that is actually a really awesome thing that they did right here. This loop right here is actually larger than the other one, so depending on which arm you wanted to have it on, you would just swivel it around. So that's, you know, a huge benefit there. The tricky thing is you really have to pop the hand off, and it's hard to pop the hand off while the shield's on, to really properly to get it to fit over his arm. If you have the hand on there, it's definitely tricky getting to force it through, you know, so just kind of watch out for that. But again, that swivel action allows you to do that, which is really cool. Looking at weapon storage first, we have the backpack that is on there. Again, the backpack doesn't really hold anything, but you could again get away with placing the shotgun piece on there. Whether that's actually made to do that or not, I am not sure. Probably not, since that's where the trigger is, but that is an option that you have there. The next thing is the knives. We have 2 sheaths. We have the brown one here, so you could just sheath in that knife like so, and then you have one here on the forearm, so you could pull that out, you know, readily with the, I guess you can't really do it with the other arm. You have to kind of force that, but you have the sheath there, so that is pretty cool. And then the side arm you can holster on his right leg there. So that is all his weapon storage. He is all in bright orange goodness. The only other color is, you know, brown, so we get the leather of the Shin Guards there, and then the sheath, black Cobra logo there at the top on his forehead, and then here for the sheath and the gloves. These packs are here on his legs, all in black, and then black boots. But looking at him, he looks really cool. Oh, we do actually get some silver in here, or some gunmetal color. So he's got a couple carabiners right there on his belt. So that is actually really cool that they painted those and didn't gloss that over. A little bit of black there, a little bit of black there. So all looks really good. We get that orange Cobra logo there. Not a whole lot going on in the back though. The orange and blue is kind of all over the place. There's no symmetry to it like whatsoever. Like I'm looking like, oh, wait, it's not there, but goes there, but doesn't go there. So I don't know exactly how the design is supposed to be. I was looking at, oh, this hip piece, those blues, they should probably line up. But then if you do that, the leg is all turned and weird, so it doesn't really line up. But on this leg, it does line up. So I'm all confused how that works. And then the biggest flaw that I have with this figure is the Shin Guards look weird. This is not the first time in the G.I. Joe Classified Series line that we have seen Shin Guards look all funky and looking like they're on the wrong leg. I don't think that's the case. I just think that they, for whatever reason, the Shin Guards are always placed on there funky. Now I think they're glued on, so there's a little bit of space here. So this one probably could have been glued on a little bit more centered, and it probably is the issue with the left one because that one looks way off compared to the right one. But that is an issue with the G.I. Joe Classified Series line that I've noticed with a lot of the figures. I think Duke definitely has an issue with his. That's the first one that comes to mind. So it's just one of those things. Hopefully not everyone has that issue. Maybe it's just mine. Hopefully. We shall see. But damn, Alley Viper is looking really damn good. But he's also looking pretty damn limited in his articulation because of this overlay chest piece. So we'll see how well he can move around here shortly. But let's darken it back up to kind of get an idea of the orange and blue that's in there. With the brighter light, it looked a little too bright. He is a bright orange, but it's not as bright as the video kind of made it seem. So this is a little bit more accurate that you're going to see. So it's not terrible. Definitely a little flashy, but looks really good. So now let's go back out and see his articulation. Okay, so the Alley Viper's articulation, he can only look down so much because his chin's going to hit that, and you can see the helmet that he's wearing, that chin really extends out, so he can look down that much, which is a decent amount, I guess. He has the neck hinge, so he can look all the way up. It's just a matter of trying to get him to look down. It's just not as nice. The neck has its own point of articulation, so you could swivel it onto the torso, and then the head onto the neck you can also swivel. You get some pivot when it comes to the neck, and you can hear that kind of move around, but you can get some pivot going on there. Full rotation, of course. The arms, you can get the arms to go straight out like so. Full rotation. There is a butterfly joint in there, but because of the vest overlay, you're not going to get full range of motion with that butterfly joint, unfortunately. So going back, not really a whole lot. Coming forward, not really a whole lot there either. We have an upper bicep swivel in there. You get a double jointed elbow, and we're back to pins on the elbow, which I thought was kind of weird. I think these are new arms. I could be wrong on there, but I believe they're new. But we got pins. The left arm, it's not a problem because the oranges really aren't going to get in the way. But the right arm, you got orange pins right in the blue. The inside is fine with the orange, so no big deal there. There's an ab crunch in there, I'm sure, but not going to get any use out of it. There is a swivel at the waist ball, so you can get some use out of that, although it's a little tricky. You can pivot somewhat, not really a whole lot, so you're going to really have to use the hips and everything to get, to really get him to move around, crunching down at the waist or at the hips. So that's going to be kind of tricky. You can kick the leg forward like so. We do have the drop down legs, so you can get a little bit range of motion. You can get it to go straight out. Again, kicking forward is that much. You have an upper thigh cut in there. Double jointed knee, and these are pins, so you do have pins in the knee like so. That much bend. You have a boot swivel. Foot hinges down all the way. Hinge up slightly, but the foot hits that shin guard. Ankle pivot pegals at the bottom of the feet, and the weird shin guards that don't line up. Like, it just looks so weird. But that is the Alley Viper's articulation. So decent, not great because of that vest overlay. I'm not sure, if they were to sculpt all that in, the ab crunch would look a little funny. You would get no waist swivel or waist ball. So I kind of like that they do that, but I get the articulation. From an articulation standpoint, it does kind of suck. Okay, so for some side-by-side comparisons, we have the regular Cobra Viper, Alley Viper, and the new Bat as part of the same wave with the Alley Viper. Alley Viper's dope. He 100% is. I don't want to take away from that. He is just not as cool as the Cobra Bat, and I do actually like the regular Viper a little bit more, only because of the colors, right? The bright orange and blue throws me off a little bit, but I don't know of another figure that has some of the, has the cooler accessories than the Alley Viper. Bat has a lot of accessories, which is awesome because of the changeability and the troop building potential that you could do, changing up and have different versions and all of that. That's awesome. Alley Viper doesn't have that. You can have basically with the visor on, visor off, visor up, visor down. Right? That's pretty much all you can do in terms of kind of differentiating between your troopers. The shield with the swivel handle, that is awesome. This is really damn cool. The backpack is one thing. Okay, they all come with backpacks. But these weapons are freaking outstanding. These things are really damn nice. So, you know, he wins on that alone, I would say, right? The accessories are probably this is the best figure accessories that we've gotten in the entire line. The figure is good. It's not great. You know, the articulation, all the points of articulation that we have with the majority of the G.I. Joe figures, you know, they have the vest overlay. It's all the same, so that is awesome. You know, he can move around in spots where you really need him to, but again, it is going to be a little limited. But the accessories really make up for everything on this figure, in my opinion. He's just loaded with great stuff. So kudos to Hasbro for giving some realistic weaponry. And here, you know, when I was talking about the crossbow, it's more of a grapple hook type of deal, right? So if you put it into the shotgun, if you were to get a string, tie a string there and then there, then you would have a grapple hook. So that is pretty cool. The scope is awesome. Really love what they did with this figure in terms of accessories. The figure is definitely nice. I wish there was a little bit more rhyme or reason to the orange and blue, but if it's supposed to be a random pattern, I guess it makes sense, just bright in color. But very happy with him. He's not as good as the Cobra Bat. I still think that is top 10 figure of the year. Alley Viper, I don't know if I'd put him in a top 10. The accessories definitely puts him closer towards that, but I'd probably lean towards more of a honorable mention kind of deal, but looking really good. You guys let me know down in the comments below what you think of this Alley Viper. Did you get it, your hands on it, showing up at Walmart, showing up at Target, Amazon? In fact, I just had my Amazon order just got delivered as I was in the middle of doing this video. But let me know what you think of the Alley Viper. Let me know what you think of the Cobra Bat. Let me know what you think of the Cobra Island Viper over there. Let me know in the comments below. If you guys liked the video, please do me a favor and hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe if you haven't already done so. And as always, thank you for watching. Yo, Joe.